Hello, welcome home.
Hi, happy Monday, everyone.
I can see your popcorn.
Oh, shoot, sorry. Whoops. Hey, it's Smart Pop, so it's healthy popcorn.
That's it. Can we do a sound check? Make sure our sound
Yeah, can you hear it? Someone just let us know if you can hear us okay?
And if you can't, then you can't obviously let us know.
We're having a little bit of technical glitches over here, but we just want to make sure you can hear us before we start.
So we're not going to start till you tell us.
And also, if you can hear us, please share this video with your friends.
Family, friends, enemies, frenemies.
Frenemies.
Dogs, cats, you're good.
Whoever.
Okay. Good. Smoot said he has an accidental snack sighting.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Okay, yeah, everybody can hear us, so we are good. Okay. You want me to do my little intro?
Sure.
Hello, welcome to TMSM Weekly Live Show number 109 for June 7th, 2021. I'm Scott.
I'm Michelle.
And she says we have a full show for us today. I have no idea what's in the notes, really.
Yeah, okay, so I made a lot of notes, but I made like really weird notes. If you can see, they're like all over the place. So I will direct the show.
Oh boy.
And we'll just kind of go around.
I just gotta ask, did you guys see our big announcement last week?
Did you see? Because I've been posting it all week. But
you can't mention you posted it?
I have been posting all week, but unfortunately Facebook has been horrendous and nobody's seeing our posts.
No.
So yeah, probably I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it was pretty exciting. It was really
And we're gonna
exciting.
have a guest announcement at the end of this show. Well, towards the end of this show, that's a little bit on the bigger side.
A little bit. Okay, so in the Disney community, it's a big guest.
It's a big one.
It's a big guest.
So you guys gotta stick around. But I will tell you this: it's probably the biggest Disney guest we're announcing.
Next to Boo Boo Stewart.
Yeah, but this one's even bigger.
And next to Doug Jones too. But
and
like, as far as Disney
and what he's done with Disney, he's probably the biggest.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So what we're gonna tease you about it, so you don't like totally check out on the show. But I guess if you really want to check out on the show, you can watch the replay later.
Just make sure you watch the entire replay. Because if you don't, get no credit for it, it doesn't do us any good.
So
and Randy, sorry we didn't get together with you guys when you were here. I did see that, but you got to hear Harmonious, which is kind of cool.
Yes, so just before we jump into it, we have been like we're usually busy between Main Street Mouse and Lost Princess Apparel. Like to the point that we have no social life and we're home all the time and we just don't.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Pretty much it. So and then when we added the House of Mouse Expo, I mean, so like to my friends that are local, I guess I'll see you guys in November. Huh? Oh, it's my lipstick. Really? You want to tell everybody I have lipstick.
No, I didn't know what it was.
I'm bleeding out.
You're bleeding out. So if you guys see hashtag home 2021, that's the hashtag we're going to use for this year's convention.
Yes.
That's rolling. The logo came out after the announcement last week.
Yes, it came out afterwards.
Yeah,
so the logo is really great. We have all kinds of great stuff happening for the expo. Tickets are on sale, and vendor applications are also available. So if you're a vendor, an artist, want a table of sorts, then please go to houseofmouseexpo.com and get your tickets, get all that stuff.
Yeah, it's been awesome. You guys have been great with it so far. We really need to get this out there and get more people seeing it. And I think the announcement today might help with that. I think some of the other stuff we're going to tell you guys that's coming. So we had a meeting today and a couple messages with other people that we can announce, I think.
Yeah.
That's coming. So
yeah. Okay, well, let's talk Disney news, and then we will go back to Expo.
Yep.
Okay, you ready?
Let's do it. What's first?
All right, so I'm going over I'm trying to pick out key things of what's happened in the past week so that we can kind of refresh all that good stuff. So Boo Bash. All right, so we had said a couple of weeks ago that Boo Bash was coming instead of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
I'm sad about that.
I know you are.
Boo Bash.
Boo Bash, yeah. Well, no, Sean messaged me, and I'm like, what did he say? All right, so anyway, so the differences. Let's go over some differences because more info came out.
Oh.
So, Not So Scary, everybody's favorite Halloween activity. We get, with Not So Scary, we get the Boo to You parade. We get the Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular stage show, which I love.
She has to watch it every time. Right?
Every time. I always go to the midnight show because it's less crowded.
Yeah.
And the Halloween fireworks.
Oh.
And trick-or-treating.
My favorite.
Your favorite. I knew he would remember that part. And what else? Parade.
Well, and then you got all the character meet and greets.
And the character meet and greets. Yes. So usually you can get in around 4:30, and you can start standing in line to meet like Jack and Sally, or the bigger character meet and greets that, is a very hard time, because a lot of people, myself included, and you, we go to these parties and you only have so many hours. You don't want to spend too much time waiting in line to see a character, because you want to be able to go and see other things besides characters.
You really do. When we covered it as media, when they had a media event for the parties, we are exhausted by the time, because they have us running, because they're like, okay, we need you guys over here for this meeting at this time, and then we need you to run over here and be here at this time and be there, because we're doing a lot of, I know people don't say it's work, but we're doing a lot of interviews, we're doing a lot of sit downs and learning about stuff. So we are running from park to park. We actually don't get to enjoy the party when we're there for media.
No, that's why we go back and take the kids afterwards, because we just can't really enjoy it because we're working. And if anybody watches when I'm at a work event, I don't stop until I'm even in the car and I'm still working. And
I'm not complaining about that at all.
No.
It's awesome to learn some of the insider stuff we get. We get the insider scoop on all the merchandise. We get the insider scoop on some of the special snacks and treats that they have for the party. Just little things like that we get the insider scoop, which is just awesome. It's a really tiring night, because they do it when the party's live. Usually it's the first party or second party of the year when they have us. So it's kind of crazy.
There is no Halloween party. It's Boo Bash.
Boo.
So what's a Boo Bash? You ask.
Boo from Monsters Inc.
No, but how cute would that be? All right, so the Boo Bash, select nights, August 10th through October 31st. Okay, so don't shoot the messenger. I mean, some are excited, some are not so excited. If you've watched social media, I'm trying to be positive because it is the mainstream house. 9 p.m. to midnight is the show, or it's 3 hours. It's 3 hours instead of 6 or whatever it used to be. You can get in at 7, just like you could get in a little bit earlier for Not So Scary. To get started, actually not even get started. It says to enjoy a little park time.
So a couple hours before the park's officially closed at 9, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have 2 hours so if you buy a ticket, you don't have to have a separate park ticket if you come in at 7. Your ticket to the party will also get you in the park for 2 hours before the 3-hour party.
Right. Okay, so what do you get in those 3 hours?
It better be good.
Would you like to know what you get?
What's the cost is what I would like to know.
Oh, we're gonna get that later. We're gonna talk about that later. Okay, so what you get instead of all the stuff I told you about for Not So Scary. So we get cavalcades, which we got for free last year, but in the daytime, not night.
Can I ask a question as we go through these?
Do you have to?
I was going to say, is there multiple cavalcades, or is it going to be the same cavalcade run every hour? Okay.
I think it's going to be like last year, like how like every 10 minutes there's a new cavalcade.
Okay.
And they're also going to do a cavalcade for Jack and Sally and Oogie and all of that stuff like they did last time in the daytime, except this is at nighttime and you got paid for it. The Maleficent Dragon is going to be out, so that kind of reminds me of how Villains After Hours was supposed to be, but that got chopped because of COVID.
But that's a great thing to see at nighttime.
It is
so much better than the 3 o'clock parade to see it in. It's amazing to see that dragon in front of the castle at nighttime.
Oh yeah, because it's dark and the dragon looks more.
The eyes glow the greenish yellow.
What's the word? Ominous? Is that a word?
No,
I'm not a real word.
I don't have one.
All right, anyway, the dragon looks scarier at night because of the eyes and
the flames
and the whole deal. So you're going to get to see the dragon at night, which is cool. Being that we haven't been able to see the dragon in a very, very, very long time. All right, so, okay. So Miss Carlotta over on the lawn of the Haunted Mansion, who I I could sit and listen to her because I think she's hysterical. So that's like the ghost on the Haunted Mansion that tells jokes.
She is hilarious. We've actually found ourselves staying there for way longer than we probably should have at the party.
Probably, because then she ends up talking to us, and it's just so she's going to be there just like she is when Not So Scary is going on. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will she need to wear a mask?
No.
She's technically. Well, that's why I was asking because cast member still. But is she really a cast member?
Wait, you gotta remember too. No, the cast members like on the floats and stuff.
Oh, that's true.
And the Move It, Shake It cast members aren't wearing masks.
She's already gone anyway, so
right. She's a ghost.
Yeah, I don't think COVID's
a thing on that side. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be okay.
I'm sure she'll have some COVID jokes though.
She may. We'll find out.
I would hope so.
Okay, so let's see.
Menacing. That was a good word.
Menacing.
For Maleficent's right? I like that.
Somebody gave you that, didn't they?
I said Randy said it.
Oh, Randy said it. Okay.
No, I didn't.
I was gonna say, did you pull that one out of the air?
Yeah.
Okay, so Carlotta. Oh, the Cadaver Dans, which is the spooky version of the Dapper Dans, will be on hand to sing.
They're great.
They are great. Okay, so like with the after hours parties of previous times, like Villains After Hours, and there was other ones as well.
There's been a few different incarnations.
You get ice cream and popcorn and drinks. So they are offering that for the 3-hour party.
See, that's a good benefit because if you just do that twice, if you have a party before you do that twice, that's 50,
well,
60
he
bucks.
likes to go and get all the free food he can.
You're right. I'm gonna take a backpack and fill it with soda and popcorn. I said soda. So
you said
Florida.
soda.
That's the Florida way.
No, it's pop.
I'm gonna put like plastic liners inside my backpack and just dump all the popcorn in there.
You're losing your Detroit. It's pop.
Okay.
Okay. Special photo pass opportunities, of course, like they do at Halloween time. You know, they put extra special things when you get your pictures. Special food offerings, including what you got to pay for. It's like a Haunted Mansion funnel cake sundae, and it's got like purple and green sprinkles and stuff on it.
Oh.
And if I'm doing this by memory, if I remember correctly, the funnel cake Haunted Mansion sundae, whatever it's called, is going to start selling at Magic Kingdom on the 1st of October. So you don't have to wait until, you don't have to be just at the party. You're going to be able to get the funnel cake during the day.
Are they doing that at Sleepy Hollow?
I don't know. I was going by memory, probably.
I would guess that's works. Don't
put me on the spot. I don't know. Okay, and let's see. So you also get to trick or treat.
What?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sold.
All right. However, we're gonna play good cop, bad cop with all this because we keep it real here. So,
which one am I, good or bad?
I'm not sure yet.
I like being the bad cop.
No, you can be good cop.
Because I can break down the number. No, I like being the bad cop. Because I can break down the numbers and say why I think it's
Okay. Let me finish and then we can do a good count. I can do like point counterpoint.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So trick or treat. The prices. Since you asked.
Oh boy. She's laughing. That can't be good.
Prices for August and September.
Oh, they're doing that.
What?
Tiered pricing depending on.
Yes. Okay, hush. $129 to $139. Now, mind you, Not So Scary was a lot cheaper than it. It was 6 hours, and you got more. October, $159 to $169.
Nope.
And Halloween night, $199.
You're out your mind. I almost brought my Detroit back there and I stopped it because someone said no.
Okay. Be nice.
No. It's at the max you have 5 hours from 7 to midnight.
But the stuff doesn't start
till right. And what was the beginning price? $129
in August, yeah.
So for 5 hours, you're looking at what is that? $25, almost $26 per hour. In the first 2 hours, you don't get any of the party stuff. The first 2 hours are meant to go on rides, if you can get on rides, because there's still regular guests in the park who are on the rides.
Yeah. Yep.
And then the price actually goes up higher. Do you get more out of it? No. Popcorn, pop, soda, whatever you want to call it. No. That's just a money grab.
Oh.
I'll say it. It is.
Oh, how much was Not So Scary?
Under $100.
It was like 70.
Yep, and you get in at 4:30, and you could be there till midnight. So you had, what was that, 7.5 hours for that ticket. The party was from 7 to midnight, so you got a 5-hour party to go along with that. And you could start getting in line for rides or for character meet and greets earlier than that. So Not So Scary was such a better deal. And yeah, I know they're going to say, well, less attendance and all this stuff, and that's why the price is higher. But Not So Scary was less attendance already.
Yeah.
I just don't see, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when you see other parks in the area willing to do more of their Halloween attractions still the same way, why is Disney not?
I don't know how to be good cop for this one. All right. So, you do get on part of the selling feature when I read it was, you get on less wait times because there's going to be less people there, which, and I'm guessing, the wait times will be even less than Not So Scary because Not So Scary was a bigger party and more affordable.
And there won't be that many people with this.
That's what I'm wondering.
A lot of people aren't going to pay that. I mean, it seems high to me for what you're getting. Now, when we do these parties, we don't go on rides.
Well, no, because you want to get Halloween candy.
But most locals don't go on the rides because you want to do all the stuff that the party is bringing you. The rides are there any day of the week. You want to do the stuff that you can't get outside of the party, usually when you're there. So you're focused on that. You want to get in line for the parade. You want to get in line for the Horseman's Run. You want to get in line.
Oh, no horseman.
Yeah, I mean, get all this stuff that's usually taking up all your time at the party. And the cavalcades come by quick and all that stuff, but I don't know. When you hear Universal's going to do the Halloween Horror Nights away, and that's where I would probably be because it's just they're going full in on it all. SeaWorld is adding haunted houses and attractions to their park here this year.
So that's another thing, speaking of Halloween. We were busy for Andrew's birthday on Friday, but Chuck and Karen went and covered at SeaWorld for us. Thank you very much, Chuck and Karen, and we hope you feel better, Chuck. Chuck had knee surgery today.
And he's on here.
Which you should be resting.
Yeah. Don't get all riled up like I am.
Yeah. So they went to an event at SeaWorld, and SeaWorld is doing Hollow Scream, their version of it. Now, Hollow Scream is usually just at Busch Gardens, but they are doing a version of it at SeaWorld today. Now, you can still do the little trick-or-treating and stuff in the daytime with the kids, and that's not the regular Halloween that they do at SeaWorld is not a separate ticket thing. No,
you can go there any day if you're a pass holder or just one-day ticket. You can still do trick-or-treating. They have the different stuff for Halloween. It's great. And it's good for the kids, actually. It's a really good park for younger
they have
kids.
Like characters, and they have like little music areas and the bubbles flying in the air and all that. So Hollow Scream is going to be, they're going to have like spooky areas. They're going to kind of scary up the rides and stuff. And I know it is a separate ticket, but you get a whole evening.
Yeah, what was it? It's like $30 or something like that. $40, I think, for the whole Hollow Scream thing.
I don't know. I mean,
it was affordable.
It was affordable. I don't remember exactly what it was, but we did put out a blog the other day with information, and I know Chuck and Karen sent in a video. It's on our main wall on Facebook of the announcement of Hollow Scream.
And I'm sure Legoland will have their normal Boo attraction stuff where they have their Halloween event.
Yeah, I'm guessing that they will.
I'm sitting here going, okay, things are getting better. Capacity must be going up because the parks seem to be getting busier.
Oh God, we can't even get a reservation to get in the park.
They're allowing us to remove masks. The other parks in the area are taking away mask mandates completely.
Yeah,
at all at Universal or SeaWorld, Legoland. You don't need a mask at all to go in a building, go anywhere.
No.
So Disney is the one that hasn't gone to that yet, which I'm assuming they eventually will to follow suit because they always eventually follow suit. So if they get rid of the mask mandates and things are getting better and people are getting vaccinated and all this stuff, why are we still doing things the way that we would have done them last year when we couldn't do things? You know, things are getting better.
It's better because we didn't have any nighttime anything last year.
But it's getting better, but they're charging us more for less of a party. And that's, I guess, that's what's bothering me.
Okay, wait. We got an answer right here. Busch Gardens and Hollow Scream are for $130 all nights. Crazy good deal. Thank you so much.
Oh wow! So you can go every night for $130 to both those parks for this whole season. He said all nights, right? Is that like the ticket that you can buy?
No. Like you can buy a ticket the price, so what you're saying is that the price doesn't change from night to night, or if you go in October, it's the same price you're going to pay in September is what I'm gathering.
Oh no, tickets are $30 to go one night.
Oh.
You can buy $100 pass to go Howl-O-Scream in Orlando, go every night if you want to. Just like they do at Universal, where they have the Scream All Year pass or whatever it is. You pay a certain amount, which is usually the equivalent of 3 nights.
Okay.
And you can go for the whole season. And Busch Gardens and SeaWorld are doing that
I'm
also.
so sorry. I have very hard time with retaining. I got what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the ticket that you can go any night you want to, as many times as you want to. Kind of the way they did with the last Halloween party here.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. I totally misread what you said.
Yeah, so the last party that Disney did with the Not So Scary, you could buy. They had that pass. It was like $300. You could buy it, but you could go to every single Halloween party.
Yes, and we didn't do it, which we should have. If I didn't know what was going to happen, we would have done the full season.
Right. So what SeaWorld is doing with Busch Gardens and SeaWorld is you can buy a combined pass and go to both parks as much as you want throughout the season for $130, or you can just get the Orlando one. I think it was about $100 if you're just going to SeaWorld. See, that to me, if you like the scary stuff, you like the attractions like that, that seems like a deal to me. I mean, and then Halloween Horror Nights, if you're a certain pass member, you get a free ticket to go to Halloween Horror Nights.
Right.
But then they also have their ticket that you can buy that allows you to go to every night of that event. And that event's, if you're scared, if you get scared easy, it's probably not for you. But they're gonna have the Beetlejuice house this year, which is gonna be amazing.
So I would go to the Beetlejuice house because I like the movie.
Yeah. And we're waiting for more houses to be announced, but I think I can't see spending $200 for Halloween night to go to Disney times 4. You're looking at $800 for 5 hours total in the park.
Yeah, so I really don't think. I mean, like we said earlier, when we are lucky enough to where we get to cover media events for Disney, when him and I get to go, we go when we work. But then, like I said earlier, we'll take the boys back, and I can say, this is just my opinion. I don't think we'll be taking the boys back to this one.
No, I don't think so. It's a lot of money to put out
for 3 hours.
If they were to expand it, I think it should be a 5-hour party at least. What's the harm in doing the party for 5 hours like you used to do? What's the harm in letting the people get in at 5, 2 hours, and then shut the park down?
Start at 7.
Like they used to. Shut the park down at 7 and let the party go from 7 to midnight. Give me something at least equivalent to what we had before time-wise if we're going to charge more.
I know what I bet you I know what their theory is with that. Was because the other after hours parties, whether it's like a DVC after hours or if it's villains or whatever, those are always 3-hour parties. Right. So I think that they're going in line with the old way of just doing a 3-hour party. But in my humble opinion, not that it matters. I think that these days, because money is tight for so many people, and a lot of people just want to get back to some sort of normal and have some fun with their families and be able to experience some of that Disney magic that they have been missing for so long. I just don't think it should have been that expensive, and I think if it was going to be that expensive, then they should have offered more. That's just my opinion.
And another thing to think about, though, if you want to go to the park for the day.
Yeah.
So if at 9 a.m. they open and they're going to be open until 9 p.m. those days, it's not going to cost you, or it's going to cost you $129 for the whole day at the max price.
Yeah.
So you get 12 hours in the park for basically the same price. You just don't get trick-or-treating. You don't get free popping popcorn. You don't get cavalcades. But you might get cavalcades of haunted stuff because they did it during the day last year.
That's true.
So how are we going to say that you're only going to get the cavalcades during the party? Because the first time one of those cavalcades steps off in the middle of the day, people are going to go crazy.
Oh, maybe they're different cavalcades at night.
I don't know.
Because in the press release, it specifically mentioned the Jack and Sally cavalcade,
which they had last year during the day.
But maybe because they said it like that, it's going to be in the night only. So Jack and Sally, because if you remember correctly, the Jack and Sally meet and greet was like one of the most popular there, and people would get in line early for that. And you could only meet Jack and Sally during the parties. You couldn't meet them during the day. So the cavalcades last year, when they were running Jack and Sally during the day, was like a special treat for people because normally you don't see them. What? Bad up is winning. Yeah. So
everybody's always money conscious. You have to be. And you got to go for what you get the most value for your money. You're spending hard-earned money to go to these parks. And if I went there and if we went on Halloween night, and it would cost us $800 plus tax. So you're looking at $856, I believe it would come out to.
Oh, I forgot to mention, you get to wear a costume. So
that I have to go buy. So there's even more money now on top of this whole thing. To me, the value does not outweigh what it is. It's kind of similar to character dining. The character dining prices are much higher than normal dining experiences, but you're paying for the entertainment of a character there. You're not paying for great food. You're paying for good, decent food with characters.
Yeah.
But I'd rather go to Trails End where it's great food and less price because I don't have characters dancing around with me. That's me, though. I'm looking at how much value I get out of every dollar I'm spending.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Adam just made a good point. The 50th anniversary stuff is October 1st too. So maybe that's why October's more expensive.
I would hope so. October 1st, it's going to be very hard to get in the park. So that might be a way for people who can't get a reservation into the park to buy tickets to go to Boo Bash that night to be in the park on October 1st, the actual 50th anniversary.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping that they loosen the capacity a little bit because we don't even have park passes to go October.
Well, and we're annual pass holders, but they won't let you make a reservation past what your annual pass expires, and ours expire in July.
You need to just redo it so we can actually make some plans.
The way they do that, though, is you have to pay double then.
Double?
So like tomorrow, I'll make our June payment. Comes out tomorrow.
All right.
But if I renew, then we're already going to have to our renewal date changes, and we have to pay up what this contract is because you start like a new contract every year. So you always wait to renew on the last possible day so you don't have to pay double.
Okay.
But
I gotcha.
I may have to do it so we can have a chance at getting in there on October 1st because we need to be there to cover what it is. I don't know. I'm just going to Disneyland. I'm done. I'm going to Avengers Campus. You guys can all deal with the trick-or-treating and the
all right, so do you want
Boo Bash.
How about we go over to Avengers Campus since you mentioned it? All right.
Yes, Disneyland, Avengers Campus, Disney California Adventure.
All right, let's switch gears for a moment, then we'll go back to Disney World.
Now I'm the good cop. I don't care what they charge. I'm going in there.
Okay, we're just gonna skip Disneyland for a few minutes, and we'll go back. So this week, Avengers Campus had their grand opening ceremonies, which was late at night here. We watched it after 11 o'clock.
It was it started at 11:15 here. I think it was 8:15 in California.
Yeah.
It was good. The little ceremony they had was good. You could tell they were still obeying the restrictions as far as distancing because every person they had speaking was spread out all over the stage area. What?
Okay, I'm gonna be bad cop on this one. All right.
It wasn't as good as Galaxy Edge.
No, it was not. and you know why? Okay, let me just explain for a minute. Sidebar, just a moment. So. I'm going to talk about this until my last breath about the Disneyland premiere party for Galaxy's Edge in California 2 years ago. That was an amazing event.
It was. Being
there in that private area with the celebrities and the news and it was like a dessert drink party, whatever thing you had.
And I want to comment, I wasn't in there with you. They only allowed her in there, and I will still agree that was better.
Okay, well, I'm making a point.
No, I got your back on this. I agree with you 100%.
Okay, so I'm just explaining why I didn't think it was that great. So when I was at the media event for the grand opening of Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge, the atmosphere for that event was like, I'm going to use like a really cliche word because I can't think of. Like electrifying, there was like a vibe. It was you could feel the excitement. You could feel just that it was just something that I had never experienced before, and I was so lucky that I was able to do that. But that whole kickoff was exciting. Let's just say it was exciting.
It was. The guest they had, though, when she was in there and on stage, you saw it was Bob Iger then, correct?
It was Iger, yes.
Iger was on stage, and George Lucas comes out.
Yes.
And Mark Hamill comes out.
Yes.
And Harrison Ford comes out.
Yes.
And Billy D. Williams comes out.
Yes.
And now you have two of the characters from the very beginning of the Star Wars franchise on stage with you. You have the creator of the Star Wars franchise on stage with you. Mark Hamill being there, though, most of us grew up, that is Star Wars. When you see Mark Hamill,
sure.
even to this day,
Luke
when you
Skywalker.
see him, most people don't see him as any of the other characters. They see him as Luke on Tatooine in that white
course.
outfit. And Billy D coming in there, which was a great addition to the Star Wars universe in the later movies, but still, he still was one of the older guys he's been around since the early times. And Harrison doesn't make a lot of appearances at.
I mean, he didn't say much, granted.
But he was there.
Yeah, but he was there.
And then they have George Lucas there as well. And I understand when Marvel stands past, Jack Kirby's passed, all those guys passed, and they couldn't have him there. And Kevin Feige was the best step-in for all that stuff, and Kevin was there leading it.
Right.
I think he needed to be. And Jon Favreau was there, who started the
MCU. I like
MCU.
Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau, I like the guy a lot. And he's the one with Iron Man started the MCU. And you had Chapek there. You had Josh D'Amaro there. Paul Rudd showed up, but you love Paul Rudd.
I do love Ant-Man. He showed up.
And then Anthony Mackie came out because they were unveiling that Sam Wilson's Captain America was going to be in the parks.
Yeah.
The new Captain, because he is now Captain America, and his character would be in there, not the other version that most people are familiar with, Steve Rogers. But my question is, where was Robert Downey Jr.? Where was Chris Evans? Chris Hemsworth, I know, just finished filming Thor: Love and Thunder, so I understand if he wasn't there. But Iron Man started the whole franchise, really, to get the Disney fans excited about Marvel. That's what started it, and I just don't know why he wasn't included, or maybe he was busy. It's very possible. But if Disney calls you and says, "Hey, we really would like you to be here for this event," I've seen other people make arrangements to make sure they're there for that kind of thing. Somebody as big as him make arrangements to make sure they're there as part of that universe and for the fans and everybody else. And it just, to me, it was kind of heartbreaking to not see him there, Captain America there. Even Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury could have came out there. The place would have erupted. I mean, it's just things like that.
I'm gonna put a bookmark on what you just said. Let's mark it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wouldn't have erupted because there was nobody there. I mean, like when they panned the crowd, you saw people standing like 6 feet or better apart, and there was no energy, there was no excitement. A lot of it was pre-recorded.
And that's probably why. Because there was nobody there, they didn't feel the need to bring them.
I mean, they had cast members around from what I could see. And they may have had a little audience, but like I said, when we had for Galaxy's Edge, there was just that buzz about it. And I feel like it was almost forced. Like, even like Paul Rudd and Anthony Mackie, they had no crowd to play off to.
Right.
It was kind of like telling a joke to your dog. Like they're not gonna laugh at you
because there's not enough people to relax.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, does that make sense? Does it make sense to you guys? Like it was just underwhelming. Let's say underwhelming.
And maybe that's why they didn't have the celebrities there, the bigger names there, because they just figured, well, it's not going to be that big. Not taking anything away from Paul Rudd or Anthony Mackie.
I love
They're
them.
fantastic
So it's
actors,
not even about that.
It's not about that at all. I wish we would have seen, because both of them were introduced later in the MCU and in the Marvel. It would have been great to see some of the guys who brought the MCU to life. And I get you can't have Stan. They should have said something about Stan. I don't remember hearing anything about Stan Lee or Jack Kirby during all that. And Marvel wouldn't exist without either of those two men.
Right. Okay, but anyway, so underwhelming opening ceremony. Let's talk about what they actually have at Avengers Campus and what you would like to see there.
Web slingers. Sorry.
Yeah, that.
It sounded like a stormtrooper shooting. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, I know you sound like the Frozen show too. Anyway, so Pim's Kitchen is something that it's all about the food, isn't it? I'm excited about Pim's Kitchen.
It's really cool. We when we were at D23 in 2019, they got to show us a little bit about what it was going to look like then, and it was really cool to see it then. So now that it's actually existing in the food and all that, we can see it's pretty cool.
Yes.
What?
Nothing.
What?
So speaking of food, so one of the things I thought was really cool about Pim's Kitchen is this chicken sandwich that they have. The piece of chicken is like this, and it's on like a Hawaiian roll,
like a King's Hawaiian roll.
So it's like this much bun and like this much like overhang on the chicken, which I think is kind of cool.
It's a big chicken.
They also have they have shawarma booths. They have
They
two
do.
of them.
There's two shawarma booths. So if you remember Avengers, the first movie, at the end of it, the after credit scene was showing the Avengers sitting in a shawarma booth or a shawarma shop eating shawarma. You're hungry. So there's two of those booths throughout the land. They can actually go. It's actually the only place also where there's a Quinjet there, and Kevin Feige talked about that. In all the movies they made, they never really had a Quinjet. There's actually a Quinjet there that you can see.
Can I ask a dumb question? I was
Sure.
going to ask you then, but I didn't want to ruin your Avengers fun.
Okay.
At the risk of sounding dumb, what exactly is a Quinjet and why is it called that?
It's the one before that was the Quadjet, so it's the fifth one. I'm not sure the exact definition, to be honest with you, of why it's the Quinn. I'm sure. Come on, Smooth. I know you know the answer. But the Quinjet is the fifth.
So who flies it?
Oh, that one. If you remember in the first Avengers, actually Black Widow and Captain America were flying it when they were going to stop Loki in Germany when he was addressing the crowd.
Gotcha.
So.
Oh, did you guys see that Loki charms are coming? I put that out today.
But yeah, why wasn't Tom Hiddleston should have been there for the opening with his show getting ready to debut on Disney Plus? That would have been a great PR move.
Well, because he's not an Avenger.
But he's the villain that everybody loves.
Love him.
And I think if Tom Hiddleston would have walked out there, the place would have erupted.
There was
with nobody there.
To erupt.
The people at home watching it would have erupted.
Women everywhere would have spontaneously combusted right on their couch. So.
The cool part though was seeing the swinging Spider-Man.
Oh, I had that written down. Did you guys see that? They have a couple, was it 2 years ago now? We went to the APA convention and they had the robots.
See, A1000 is what the name of this animatronic is, I guess you could say.
Yes. So we got to see what the robots did, and it was just like it was just like a silver silhouette of a person. It didn't look like a person, but it almost like a metal skeleton.
The Quinn is because of 5 duct fans for propulsion, so that the fans are actually what give it propulsion to keep it up in the air. That's what it is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Randy.
So, we got to see the test of these robots flipping and flying through the air, and they never said what they were for, and a lot of people thought it was going to be used in Galaxy's Edge.
Yes, that was about a year before Galaxy.
It was in 18. Yeah. It was the conference because it was Chapek that did the talk at the IAPA that I was at. Right. So they showed these things, but they didn't really give us a lot of information.
And there's actually video on YouTube if you go and watch it from them, because that's the only way most people could see it, showing them testing this. If you go to YouTube and just look up A1000 robots, you can see some of the tests. These things are fascinating and scary. Because if you remember Terminator, they were called the T1000s.
Right.
And those came out to kill you. So these are A1000s. So
this is just going to jump.
This is the first one.
So those jumpy, flippy robots are for Avengers Campus. So one of their big features at Avengers Campus is characters, and you're going to see a lot of characters walking around. You're going to see Spider-Man swinging, but you also across like the top of the Web Slingers building, you're going to see Spider-Man like jump and flip in the air. That's an animatronic. That's a robot.
Yeah, he will be doing that all throughout the day, so you actually be able to see that as you're walking. So it's just like if you were in the city and you're walking down and Peter Parker comes flying out of nowhere as Spider-Man, it's kind of going to be the same situation to see, which is going to be kind of cool to see.
I would love to see that, because just to see what they looked like before they were done and what they were going to do.
And how they formed a body around that.
Yeah, and to see how they jump and flip. And it's amazing that they have the technology that's going to do that.
And Heather said Tom Holland should have been there, and I couldn't agree more. Tom is actually, he's been there already. He's rode the ride. He actually is the voice in the ride.
He's there. He's
it's actually his version of Spider-Man that you see in the ride that's guiding you through the ride. And I think he should have been there. I mean, I just don't get it. And people say, oh, he was in England doing this or whatever. Fly him in. I mean, it's not that hard. They have the money. I know they lost a lot in this year, but they still.
I don't know if he was in England, because they put out a video like 2 months ago, and it was him at Avengers Campus riding the ride. Yeah. So I don't know the reasoning, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They could have really, and they probably didn't do it because the crowd wasn't there. But if you're doing an online thing, you would think you would want to make it really I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you're Disney, and the contracts for all these people, you hold them because you own the MCU, and these are how a lot of these actors are making a lot of money right now. And it's like you could have, and especially like Anthony Mackie, great guy. He's going to be doing the next Captain America movie, so it makes sense why he was there because he's one of the faces moving forward in the MCU. Paul Rudd, Ant-Man is going to be coming out. I think it's next year, but their next movie, so he's going to be around for a while. But where was Captain Marvel? She was on a recording. They didn't represent what they should have, I think, with these characters. And I think more of them should have been. They had the ones that were walking around the land there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I love the MCU so much. I just would agree to see more of those people.
Right. And like I said, nothing against those who were there. And I'm a huge fan of Paul Rudd. So when I saw him walk out, I was like, oh, cool. But like I said, it just didn't look super comfortable because it was a very different type of presentation. And I know a lot of it has to do with the fact that there wasn't many people there to watch it.
And they usually feed off the crowd's reaction to what they
Sure.
say. It was cool to see Anthony Mackie walk out there with the shield that Cap had handed to him in Endgame.
Yeah, you were excited.
And it was
He's
just
got
cool
the shield.
because he handed it to
The
Sam
character.
Wilson, who's going to be in the park. So I thought it was a great gesture. I liked the way they did that. He didn't just walk on and say, "Oh yeah, this is Captain America." The shield was handed over. So I thought that was a really good touch that they did that. I just wish they could have done more touches like that to expand on the whole thing. That's all.
But let me ask you this though. But you're still excited to go see it all, right?
I have to see it all. It's not even matter. The one thing though I was disappointed about is I think it was yesterday or the day before. Get an email from Disney Store and the Avengers Campus stuff is in the Disney Store. They had the shirts and they had the Funko Pops that were exclusive to the land. At least that's what they originally said. The Funkos especially because as everybody knows I collect them. And
You do?
Yeah, I got a few of them. 805 right now. But it's like these were exclusive to the land. Now, did I order them from Disney Store? Yes, because I don't want to have to go out there and get them and try to get them back without damaging them.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be something that was for the parks only, and it's not a park exclusive now if you can buy it on shopdisney.com.
And I know that you collectors care about that sort of thing.
It's just one of the things you want to go and you want to go buy in a park if it's a park exclusive. You want to be there and hope they're not sold out. And then when all of a sudden you can just log online and order and have it delivered to your house, and for the same price, it's like, okay, well, why did you make it like a park exclusive? Call it Disney exclusive. Don't call it Disney Parks exclusive.
But I don't get it. Only because if there's merchandise that I want, and I know that it's limited edition or I know whatever, that stresses me out. Like if I could just go online and order it and be done with it, for me personally, I would think I would like that better than to have to go and fight people in line to get what I want.
I think the biggest fail though was when they did the Figment at Epcot. They released that Figment Disney Park exclusive. You got to get the Figment. Don't miss out on the Figment.
Oh yeah, it was a frenzy for that Figment.
And everybody wanted the Figment, and supposedly they sold tons and tons of them. But we saw them
Behind the register.
Yeah, forever, and it's just like don't make the big hype if it's not going to really need the hype. They're going to sell regardless.
Yeah.
You know, don't make it like that if you don't have to, I guess. Anyway, but I'm still excited to Avengers Campus. We will probably be there in July, I'm hoping.
We're trying. We'll just have to pencil it into our schedule.
Yeah, we're kind of busy. I'm gonna go there tomorrow.
You need to go tomorrow.
Okay, the 15th.
Okay.
I asked to get a birth. I can go.
All right. Anyway, so let's go back to Disney World, shall we?
Are we gonna fly in the Quinjet
Sure.
or web slingers? I want one of those Spider-Man robots though.
All right.
I think that's pretty cool.
Anyway. Anywho, so back to Disney World news. So people were pretty excited that Tusker House at Animal Kingdom is reopening on June 20th, and if you can get a reservation, I believe reservations are open now.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that is one of the places that we have been saying we've been here 7 years, and we still haven't gone to Tusker House for breakfast.
Every vacation we came here, we always went to Tusker House.
Mm-hmm.
It was like our staple. Animal Kingdom Day, we went to Tusker House in the morning, and then we did the park.
Right. So yeah, maybe we should do that.
I think we probably should. Is it family style?
Yeah,
Is it back to
it's
family
not. No, it's not. It used to be a buffet.
Let's go, Rain.
Now it's family style, and I'm sure the characters will walk by and wave. But at least it's open.
I kind of hope one day we do get back to the buffets. I like it so much. Not that I hate family style. I just prefer to be able to go up there and get what I want and not have to whatever they put on the plate. It's all the choices I have.
Yeah, well, I guess.
I mean, sometimes something looks better when you have 50 of them to choose from. If you go up there and there's cupcakes, you always look for the one that looks the best. They're all just the same. Piece of meat you want it cooked a certain way, you can get that other thing where they bring to your table your stuff with whatever they grab.
But it's breakfast, though. Mm-hmm. I mean, do you have to have a specific shaped waffle?
I like my bacon cooked a certain way.
I just like carbs at breakfast. I like the waffles, I like the pastries. I love all of
just
that.
Bring her a stack of waffles.
Bring me all of it. Oh, biscuits or cinnamon rolls or all those things. Anyway, so
you get like you know this wouldn't be a show without food talk. I'm hungry. We need to have food talk like 15 minutes of the show. Okay, it's food talk.
We haven't had no food.
I know.
Here and there. I talked about the big chicken sandwich, didn't I?
You did talk about the big chicken sandwich. On the little tiny Hawaiian roll.
On the little Hawaiian roll. Okay, so also next up would be, we put this out over the weekend, and Disney put it out today. So we actually got
we scooped them.
And it really isn't news. I mean, it is, but it isn't. But it is.
It is, but it is what it
but
is.
It's not. Okay, so this is one of those posts that cause everybody to argue on the main page.
That's not hard to do nowadays.
It really isn't. So we were talking about how socially distant meet and greets are back. Now people are like, well, weren't they always? Well, no. Before it was pop-up characters. Like you didn't know where they were going to pop up. Well, sometimes you did. Like you knew Stitch would be on the stage at Magic Kingdom. But when we were at Epcot last week or whenever the heck it was, we saw, remember Minnie had come out and then Mickey had come out, and there's bushes in between you and the characters.
So at the front there, when you're walking before you get under Spaceship Earth, to the right there's that little area. And sometimes Daisy would be there. Or Pluto were doing their meet and greets before COVID. But Mickey and Minnie came out there. And Mickey in his top hat and tuxedo type jacket, and Minnie in her red polka dot dress. So they were in their formals, I guess you could say.
They're traditional outfits.
Yes, they're traditional ones.
So people. Okay, so let's see what they were fighting about. I didn't read all the comments because it just stresses me out. But people were arguing about how is this any different, and again, it was because they used to be pop-ups before, and then people were fussing because if they're lifting mask mandates and they got rid of all the social distance tape and all that, then why can't a kid go stand next to Mickey? Why does there have to be bushes in between?
Because Mickey doesn't wear a mask. Okay. I'm just going to leave that right there. Just let you think about that for a minute.
I got nothing.
Mickey's got no mask on. If he had a little face.
Was it you arguing in the comment section?
No. But if Mickey would go on to lostprincessapparel.com, he could get a mask that matches his Mickey heads to put on his face. And a selfish plug that I put out there.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
And they're discounted extremely low right now.
Okay. So, fussing about that. So, all right. So next up today, what? No. Next up, the information for the Epcot Food and Wine Festival came out today.
I can't wait to go to Eat to the Beat.
This has just been a big Debbie Downer episode.
We knew Eat to the Beat wasn't coming back yet. And that's fine. It's not this year. But you know what? SeaWorld did it with their festival. They had musicians, they had bands coming in.
You keep comparing to SeaWorld and Universal.
Because they're all taking the chance and doing this stuff, and I just feel like, come on, just do something small even.
They are. Their local bands are gonna play here and there at the festival, just not any major bands, because I'm guessing it's because they don't want a huge crowd at the American Gardens Theater.
Probably. But if they have the seating cut off to where you can't sit here, we can sit here. What's the harm in it?
I don't know.
And then have cast members making sure nobody's really stacking up behind to watch from the crowd.
I guess. It wasn't my decision. I'm sorry.
Well, you need to call somebody and make it.
Yeah. All right. So, so it is. But here's your consolation. They're making the festival longer again, July 15th to November 20th.
And then let me guess, November 21st probably starts Festival of the Holidays.
I hope so, because I love the Festival of the Holidays. That's I like Festival of the Holidays better than I like Food and Wine. So just saying.
Food and Wine it's so busy. Or it used to be on the weekends.
Maybe not now.
Yeah, maybe not now, but we used to try to we would only go to Food Line during the week. We had that. Luckily, we had that luxury. I know a lot of people, when you're on vacation, you have to take what days you're here.
Well, we don't know because, like, us
We can't
poor,
get a
pathetic
reservation.
annual pass holders can't even get a reservation to go to the park.
We got to book a hotel room to get a reservation.
Yeah. Dang, more Debbie Downer stuff. Like.
So if you want to go to the Halloween Boo Bash, we had to book a hotel, pay for that, and then pay. We stay on a monorail loop because that's cheap.
It's cheap. Cheap for who?
Might as well get a poly bungalow at this price.
Did we come into a bunch of money that I don't know about?
Not any.
Okay.
Oh, we got the power on at 8 o'clock. They shut it off.
We're on like a 10-minute window until we're gonna get all shut down. Okay. Anyway, so July 15th through the
November 20th.
November 20th.
That's a long festival. The 50th is going to start in the middle. You're going to be a month and a half into the 50th by the time that ends.
All right.
That's crazy.
Okay. So I feel like no matter what I say positive, it's not going to sound right, and you're just going to laugh at me.
I'm bad cop, remember?
I know you are. Okay, so here's another one for you to make fun of.
Bring it.
Okay, so I was trying to find something new to talk about for the festival, and what I came up with is they have a new corporate sponsor this year, and it's called Corksicle, which I'd never heard of, and they make beverage cups.
I was gonna say it's probably a wine distributor.
No, it's cups. It's cups.
Okay.
So, but they make like cups that are like insulated or whatever. So kind of like our like the cups that we.
Are Yetis?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay.
Okay. So being that Corksicle is the sponsor, they're gonna have special drinks. I don't know if it's alcohol or just regular drinks around World Showcase, where you can buy the special drink and it comes with the Corksicle food and wine glass.
And how much extra does it cost you? I mean, because the drinks were already kind of high priced, so now you're going to add like another $12 for the cup.
Oh, I'm sure.
Can you possibly get your cup refilled at the next booth, or do you got to buy the cup at each booth?
Okay, well, think of it this way. This is how I'm thinking of how it's going to be.
Cha-ching, cha-ching,
No.
cha-ching.
Let's use Flower Garden for example.
Okay.
So if you want the Orange Bird sipper and the slushie that's inside of it is about 3 tablespoons of slushie, but you want the cup.
Yeah.
So that's $15, and you're paying more for the Orange Bird than you are the slushie. Same thing with that bee sipper, which I don't like the stuff in the bee sipper.
But how much is it? But then you gotta say, okay, how much is just for the cup of the orange slush, as opposed to how much it is for the cup?
You gotta buy the whole shebang.
No, you can buy it separately.
I don't think so.
I think you can.
I don't think you can.
I thought you could.
I don't think so.
Because otherwise, people are gonna end up like.
Because because remember we went the one day and I said, oh, I would really like that orange slushie thing again. And then we went up to the booth and they were like, we gotta buy the bird. I'm like, I don't want the bird, I want the slushie.
And yeah, my hotels are getting packed. I know they're getting full and back to capacity, which is a great thing. I was just teasing.
And Jack is drinking water. I'm sorry.
Jack's thirsty. He's talked a lot.
He's had a bad week. Yeah. Oh, and they have a scavenger hunt around World Showcase that you pay extra for. I don't know.
So is it the map thing? You get the stickers and you got to put.
Yeah, it's Remy's like cheese hunt or something.
And Remy's Ratatouille opens in the middle of the festival, October 1st, right?
October 1st.
See, that's a positive thing coming.
Yeah, but that was coming festival or not.
That's true.
And actually,
okay, you're right. The festival, garbage.
So there's like a cheese hunt around World Showcase, and then there's like another
cheese. No,
that's what I'm gonna say. So then there's this other cheese thing that you go from booth to booth and you pay extra for it, and you get like remember like at Christmas time the cookie stroll?
Oh yeah, the cookie stroll.
Where you go and get cookies you gotta buy cookies from different booths, and then you get like a bonus cookie at the end. I think this is like that. You get like bonus cheese or something.
I like cheese.
But I don't know if it's all cheese. It might be cheesecake.
I was going to say, though, like somebody like Sean who's lactose intolerant, he can't even take part in that. Poor Sean. Sean, I'll eat your cheese.
Yeah, Sean can't go because he's lactose intolerant.
We just announced that.
Or we could just take Sean's cheesecake, whatever. Okay, so anyway. So, I I'm sorry, you guys. This has just been.
We have more laughing faces I think we've ever had.
The show has been a hot mess. I mean, it always is, but this is even
Okay,
worse.
let's bring it back into House of Mouse Expo then.
Okay.
We're done with everything else, right?
I guess so. I mean, with all that pleasantness and positivity, are we sure?
We're going to give them a lot of positivity right now. House of Mouse Expo is going to set the world on fire.
Is it though?
Actually, it's probably just going to bankrupt us.
Lord help us.
So.
All right, go. I'm chewing.
I know. Okay, so as we stated early on the show, we have a huge special guest that is coming to the expo this year. I am beyond. When we first started planning the expo, she said to me, we both kind of said, who would we want to get that is obtainable? Of course, she would want Tom Hiddleston. Not going to happen.
Not obtainable.
I would take any of the Avengers. Not going to happen. We don't have $100,000 to get any of them here to do that. But any actors or actresses that we could possibly get signed to come to the convention. So we announced a lot of great ones last week. Boo Boo Stewart, Doug Jones, Larry Bagby, Tobias Young. Just so many great people. The guys from Pirates, everybody. It's great. But then we got a contract to come through for somebody that we're just
So if you're excited about the guests
overjoyed about
that we announced last week, now there's more guests announcements coming, but
there's more coming. We got a couple more already in, but we're gonna wait on those.
we can't show all our cards at once. We got
Right.
to
We're gonna do it slowly. You guys are gonna be.
You're gonna be so sick of hearing about this by November, but it's super exciting. So do you want to just tell them, or do you have a picture?
I was gonna put up a picture.
Okay, you guys ready to?
It's just gonna sit in the middle of the screen in front of us.
Wait. You guys, so are you ready? Did we build up enough anticipation?
I can't see their words because I'm on. I guess they're ready.
Okay, let's go.
Are you ready? So this year, first year, House of Mouse Expo is proud to welcome our headliner, basically,
Well, hit the
special guest,
hit the picture. Make sure it works.
John Ratzenberger.
John Ratzenberger.
And for those of you going, well, who's John Ratzenberger?
Who's John Ratzenberger?
Let me educate you on it. John Ratzenberger is the only actor to have been in every Pixar film. A different character in each one of those films. The man was also in The Empire Strikes Back, and he was in Cheers in the 80s, which was one of the biggest shows on television during the time. And we actually got him signed to be here at House of Mouse Expo. I'm still in awe that we got him. Honestly, I'm going to take this down because I don't know if they can hear us or not, so I'm just going to do that. But we're so excited he's going to be there. Yes, Cliff Clavin I saw, Mac from Cars.
He's Ham in all four Toy Story movies. Yes.
It's fascinating, his line of work and his ties with the Disney company. And when we first started talking to the agent and we got Doug Jones, actually Ratzenberger was kind of the backup. If we couldn't get Doug Jones, we were going to try to get Ratzenberger, and then it actually worked out to where we could have both of them here. And it was just awesome. I got the message on, was it Saturday, that John would be able to do the show?
Yeah, we were waiting to see if we could swing it, and so we have John Ratzenberger.
Yeah, so like I said, he's huge he's huge actor, but he's huge in the Disney community because of how much he's done.
Pixar fans actually they play like this little game when they see a new Pixar movie to see, they listen for his voice because he's in every movie.
It was kind of the way people did with the Marvel movies, watching for Stan Lee's character, his cameo. Everybody's always listening to hear what John's character is in the movie. So we are over the moon excited he's going to be here for the show. I from the comments I'm seeing, it seems like you guys are excited also, which we appreciate more than anything. But I'll have that information up on the site, his bio and such, but most of you probably know his bio already without me putting it up there yet.
I like him as the abominable snowman of Monsters, Inc. with the snow cones.
The lemon snow.
The lemon snow cone.
The yellow snow.
Snow cone. And then they have the snow cone booth. Well, it's not a snow cone, it's a treat booth at on Pixar Pier, California Adventure, where you can go to the snow cone.
And it's his snow cone booth.
Yeah, but it's like it's got that lemon sorbet with the slushy stuff is like my favorite. So anyway, so the guest list is wonderful. We're gonna each week we're gonna tell you about more things that are coming. Tickets are on sale now at houseofmouseexpo.com. Also, vendor tickets are, or not tickets, applications, I apologize. So if you know somebody who makes crafts, somebody who has their own little small business, somebody who is an artist, somebody who wants a table for promotion, all of that can be applied for on our site now, houseofmouseexpo.com. And also we have a volunteer form. So if you are local and you would like to volunteer for the convention to help us out that weekend, that is there as well.
Yep. So lots of great things. We actually had we had a meeting today with DJ Elliott, and we were talking about his after hours party, which we should hopefully have the pricing and such for that after hours party this week. It's going to be amazing. After talking to him today, it's like, wow, he at Destination D a couple years ago, which is the D23 equivalent in Walt Disney World, he did a Pleasure Island throwback there. So he's actually just going to recreate that with us.
Yeah, we're doing our own Pleasure Island throwback party with DJ Elliott, and he said today that he's got music, like original music from all the clubs at Pleasure Island. And we're going to talk more about that because we have all kinds of fun stuff in the works for this party. But if you've seen DJ Elliott at any of the after parties or he was, he did the Frozen Summer Fun. He did Star Wars Weekends. I mean, like
he does Star Wars celebrations. If you ever been to any of their parties,
MegaCon's
after hour parties done that. New York Comic Con, C2E2, London's Con, Emerald City Con in Seattle. He does cons all over the world. Comes in and does their parties and their DJing things, and he's actually doing our show, which to us that's huge.
It is huge, but he's excited about it because he thinks that this is a great idea and something that this area needed to have an all Disney convention.
And something else I'll tell you about DJ Elliott, you didn't know I was going to say this. So DJ Elliott likes to recreate movie cars. He's built the DeLorean from Back to the Future. He's built Jurassic Park Jeeps. He's done all kinds of cars. And he told us today he's going to have the Toy Story Pizza Planet truck at the convention.
He's going to bring the Pizza Planet truck, so that'll be another photo op for you guys if you come to the convention.
Yeah, so he will have his Pizza Planet truck out there. You can go get pictures taken with that, and that'll just be sitting there for you guys to check out.
Yes, so, and if you, one more thing before we go, if you are planning on coming to the expo and you want to spend the 2 nights there because of the dance party, because of everything, Embassy Suites Lake Buena Vista is offering a special discounted room rate just for our expo guests.
$139 a night.
And they're big rooms, so you could go in and share with people because that's two queen size beds and a pull out bed.
That's a queen size.
So they're actually a suite. And then in the price of that, you get free made to order breakfast in the morning, and you get free happy hour tickets to have a cocktail in the evening.
So if you've never stayed at Embassy Suites, honestly, I love them of all the hotels we've stayed at. They're just great. They're really nice. They're roomy. Like she said, it's a 2-room suite, so you have 2 queen beds in the bedroom area. You have a pull-out sleeper sofa in the living room area. You have a little kitchenette.
So you could get a group of friends to go with you and go in on the room, because there's going to be room for that. And especially in our area, like the Embassy Suites is so close to Disney Springs, but you don't get free breakfast on Disney property. You don't get free happy hour for sure. No. So you get some extra benefits by staying at the host resort.
Yeah, and it's $139 a night. I don't know how many of those rooms are going to be at that rate, so if you do want to get it booked, you might want to do that soon, because it is also Thanksgiving weekend, so a lot of people come to town and they're going to be booking up. So don't wait on your room. My recommendation, if you can reserve it now, reserve it just to make sure you have it, so when it does happen, you don't have to look for something.
And it is November 27th and 28th. So Thanksgiving is Thursday, our expo is Saturday and Sunday.
Right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you have like Thanksgiving, you have Friday to be with family or go shopping or whatever you want to do, and then Saturday, Sunday, you can come and join us for a super fun time.
It is, and the hours of the expo are going to be 10 to 7 on Saturday and 10 to 6 on Sunday. But if you're a VIP, you'll get in at 9 o'clock both days and be able to get in there and shopping, get in line for the guests, whatever. If you want to come meet John Ratzenberger, you can get in line then wait for him when he gets there.
Yep. So if VIPs do get into the show early,
and you get a little package. So if you
you get gifts too.
Yeah, you get a shirt, you'll get a lanyard, you get a special. We're actually having badges made. We thought about just doing the wristbands, but to me, it's always cool when you get the lanyard with the special card that says you were there.
We want you guys to have souvenirs to keep.
So it's a souvenir you get with your admission, and actually the regular admissions will have those as well, but you'll have a special VIP one if you have the VIP package.
Okay, well, stay tuned for more information on that because it's going to be continuing to roll out.
And we already have other guests booked, So stay tuned.
We're just not telling you
yet.
So I guess that's it for our show tonight. I know it was quite interesting.
It was.
I appreciate you guys sticking through all of this crazy and supporting all the stuff that we do.
And when we talk to you guys about the Disney stuff and all that stuff, we're just thinking how we really feel about it. We don't try to hide it.
We're just Disney fans, just like you,
and
we small business owners, and it's hard for us
it
too.
Is.
So I mean, we get it, we relate,
and we don't hate them or anything like that. They gotta do what they gotta do to make it. We're just trying to be real with you guys. So I don't want anybody to go right thinking, oh wow, they're really down on Disney. It's not that. It's just we're trying to be honest with you guys.
Of course not. I just miss Not So Scary. Is what
I
it
do.
Is.
I could get rid of every other thing as long as we can keep Not So Scary.
But I do like Christmas parties, and I hope we get something for Christmas this year. So we'll see.
We'll see. Maybe.
So.
We'll get pop-up Santa again.
All right. So thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. Make sure you follow us on social media. It's the Main Street Mouse on pretty much everything. And you can also follow the House of Mouse Expo on Facebook and Instagram as well.
And that's just House of Mouse Expo on both those platforms.
Yes. So have a great week, a safe week, and we will see you real soon.
Take care, guys.
Thank
Have
you.
a great one.
Bye.
Chuck, get better soon, Chuck.
Yes. Feel better, Chuck.
Bye.